Here's how to use AI to create an informative and engaging podcast. So a number of AI tools have launched a feature called Deep Research. So these include ChatGPT and Gemini, which we're looking at now. And this is actually the free version of Gemini. What Deep Research allows you to do is to go out to the internet, do some extensive analysis on a number of websites, and then generate a report following that analysis. Now, this is pretty in-depth, and unlike most times when you put in a prompt, the answer can take quite a bit of time to compile. So we're talking perhaps 10, 15 minutes. And it really is quite in depth, as we can see. So that is why on this occasion I haven't live demoed the prompt. You can actually see the prompt here. What is the most popular type of content on LinkedIn based on content topic and format, whether that's as a post, article, or newsletter? So those are three ways that you can create content on LinkedIn. So what happens then, both on ChatGPT and Gemini actually, is that it creates a sort of plan for you, as in how it's going to carry out the task. So you can see that plan here. So if you want to edit, we can sort of see a bit more in depth there if I click them all. And if you want to edit that before you run it, you can actually click Edit Plan and make adjustments, or you can use the prompt area to make suggested changes. And then when you're ready, you can hit Start Research and off it goes. And then you have to wait a little bit. It confirms that it's completed it. And then we have the completed analysis and report, which you can see on the right-hand side. So this is pretty in-depth, I have to say. So you can see all the detail here as I scroll down, and yeah, plenty of text and information. You can just sort of get the gist of it as I'm scrolling down. Nice handy table there, sort of like answer the question by topic and format. What is most popular, which is essentially the core of the task there. Still more information, and then a conclusion and recommendations to finish. So we can actually sort of see the detailed workings of how Gemini have produced this, as well as the sources. So you can see a long list of websites and resources that it has accessed here. And underneath that, you can actually see sources not used, but also the thought process of how it has actually compiled the report. So each stage has got a little bit of information in terms of what it has done to create the report. So, for example, here we've got combining topic and format. My main goal is to find information that connects specific topics with particular formats, see which combinations are the most powerful. This will directly address the core of the question. So this actually runs in real time whilst the report is generating. And then we've also got the list of the websites there, and then further websites as the report becomes more detailed. So really quite interesting to see the workings behind the scenes, if you like. So once you've got your report, you can do a number of things. You can export it out to Google Docs. You could use the prompt area here to convert it into other formats. So you could repurpose as a blog post maybe, or as some social media content. But there's a very new feature that allows you to turn this into a podcast, which is absolutely fascinating. So if we go to the down arrow here, you can actually generate an audio overview, essentially a podcast with, I think, a maximum of two people. Certainly this one has got two people. Now, once again, this took about 8 minutes to generate, and actually it failed the first time. So I asked it to generate the audio overview there, and you'll see if I scroll down. We've got confirmation there, but here we are. It says sorry, I can't help with that yet. But I asked again, and it worked. So let's have a listen to see how that worked out. And before we do, just sort of say that it's quite interesting that it doesn't take it it doesn't take the podcast exactly as the text in the report. It adapts that, and it's even changed the heading, as we can see. And it really is a nuanced conversation, as we'll see. So let's have a
All
listen.
right, so we're diving into LinkedIn today.
Yeah.
Figuring out what's working, what people are actually looking at.
What's hot?
Yeah, and we've got a ton of recent data to go through 2023 trends, even what we've seen pop up already this year in 2024.
Yep.
And what kinds of formats people are really responding to.
Exactly. And I think it's a good time to do it because things are changing so rapidly that if you can get a handle on this now, you're kind of ahead of the curve.
For sure. And it's really about, I think cutting through the noise because everyone's on LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah.
But are they using it?
Right. Are they
the right way?
doing it right?
Yeah.
Are they getting results?
Exactly.
And I think that's what we can really.
So absolutely fascinating, isn't it? So you've even got the voices overlapping a bit there. They sound pretty natural, but those are totally AI generated voices with the content coming from this report. I did just sort of note there that it referenced 2024 when of course it is 2025, but we could probably correct that. I mean, we could correct that by going back in and noting that to make sure that it just references 2025. We've actually got an 11-minute close to podcast there. So fascinating new feature from Gemini. As I mentioned, you can run the deep research using ChatGPT, but it hasn't got this podcasting feature, this audio overview feature. So, what do you think? Do you think this would be a feature that you would use?